Hi, Steve Stine from GuitarZoom here, and today I thought it would be fun to look at Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis, which is a great song to play for Valentine's Day or any other occasion like that. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this. Again, we're going to make this nice and easy so you can have fun with it and you can play it for somebody if you choose to, that sort of thing. Now, in order to play along with the actual Elvis Presley recording, you would need to capo at the 2nd fret. If you're just playing this or you're playing and singing, the 2nd fret might not work for you, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So basically, there's only 3 parts we need to worry about with this song. There's the very beginning, which we'll call the intro, then there's the verse, and then there's the chorus. So the beginning of the song, the intro is going to go C, G, C. Now, the rhythm of this song, we have a time signature of, you could call it 3/4 or 6/8, whatever is comfortable for you. But basically what you're doing is counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, the counting is irrelevant, whatever's comfortable for you, but it's not in 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then what you do is you start figuring out, well, how should I strum this, right? So you could have something like this. And just kind of accent here and there to give it a little bit of feel. Sorry. Which sounds kind of nice. Now, what I like to do with this is I'll play it more like this. So what I'm doing is I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with my down strums. Doesn't mean I have to strum them all, but that way I've got those available when I want them. To give it a little bit more up-tempo feel. Now, that doesn't mean it's right, it just means what feels most comfortable to me. So if you were going to strum this, your choices would be to go, or, and again, you don't have to feel obligated to strum everything. I'm just showing you how you would move your arm to one of those 2 kinds of grooves. Okay, so the beginning again is just C, G, C with the capo at 2. Okay, then we get into the song, so we start singing. Okay, so we're going to go like this. We're going to go C. I'll just keep the strumming minimal for now. So we're going to go C, E minor, A minor, F, C, G. Okay, so that's the first part for us to learn. So we've got the intro, which was C, G, C. Then we start the verse, which goes C, E minor, A minor, then the F, C, G. Now we get to the chorus, we could call this for I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. We're going F, G, A minor, F, C, G, C. You see? So it brings it back around to the intro and does that C, G, C at the end of the chorus there. So let me kind of set it up for you, and if you have a pencil and a piece of paper, just write these down as you go. You know, you don't have to make it all perfect, just kind of write down how the chord changes go. So here's the very beginning. I'm going to play the intro all the way through what we just did. So I have C, G, C, C again. Now we start the verse. C, E minor, A minor, then the F to the C to the G. Now we'll call this part the chorus. We're going F, G, A minor, right away to F, to C, G, C. Now we'll get into the strumming in just a second, but I want to set up the structure first for you. That way it's a little bit easier for you to kind of get it in your head, okay? So now we're going to be going to the bridge or the interlude, whatever you want to call it, the Like a River Flows part. And here what you're doing is you're going back and forth between E minor to B7, E minor, B7, E minor, B7, then we're going to go E minor, A, let's see here, like a river flow, straight to the sea, again, darling, so it goes. So here we go. Some things, A, are meant to be, D minor to G. Okay, so right there we're going E minor, A, D minor, G. Now the A, it actually sounds nice because it's kind of a traditional song. It sounds kind of nice to play the A as an A7 if you know that. You don't have to, but you could go E minor, A7, then D minor, then G, and that sounds nice too. It's not necessary. You could play a regular old A major and it'll sound just fine, okay? But it's just an option for you. So we've got the intro, we've got the verse, and then we've got the chorus, and then this little interlude, and that's the whole tune right there, are those 4 sections. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and play it again, and I'd like you to play along with me if you're ready. You can always pause the video if you need to, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play with the strum, the slower strum that I showed you in the beginning, and then I'm going to play it again with the faster strum and see what works better for you. And then I'm going to end this, because I don't want to waste your time, I'm going to end this with a little picking idea for you too, depending on how you want to approach this. So we're going to start at the very beginning. So again, hopefully you've kind of written down how that goes. And we're going to be doing this kind of strum. That. Okay, so we're starting at the very beginning. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready, go. C to G, C. And stay there. Now we start the verse. C, E minor, A minor, F, C, G. Chorus, F, G, A minor, F again, C, G, C. Then we'd start all over. This time I'm going to stay quiet and you can just play along. C, the chorus. Okay, here comes our interlude or our break, whatever you want to call it. B7, E minor, B7, E minor, B7, E minor, A, or A7. You start all over, and you'd go through it again, go through the verse and then the chorus and so on. Now, if you'd rather strum it the other way, it's going to look more like this. Oh, sorry, I'll start at the beginning here. So you can do a little more with the strum, but it's a little bit more difficult, I would say, too, to try and strum them all like that. The goal with any song like this is make sure that when you're strumming, you're trying to give it some sort of emotion by playing a little louder and a little softer, and then sometimes you strum a little less, sometimes you strum a little more. You know, don't just rely on a steady strumming pattern that sounds exactly the same for 3.5 straight minutes with the same dynamics, because it gets a little old for you to play and it gets a little old for someone to listen to. So it's nice to kind of inject some feel into that by changing up the dynamics. You know, however you like to do it. Now, the last thing is, if you're doing all this and it feels great and it sounds great and you're getting it all to work, maybe you want to pick, right? And what I like to do, again, I don't have a steady picking pattern that I use for this whole thing. I just try and have some fun. So my pattern is really going down, 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 up. So you'll hear I'm going toward the floor there. And then my last 3 are going in and out. So I'm going Sorry. There we go. Like that. Now again, this will change throughout the song, but the basic premise is I'm going 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, and then I'm going 2nd, 4th, 3rd. But you could go just up and down like that, or whatever it is you like. The goal is to figure out a picking pattern that feels good to you as you play. See, I'll change up the pattern and I'll change up which strings I'm hitting and things like that. And really no rhyme or reason. I try when I play songs like this because, you know, I don't play it every day and that sort of thing. I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. I'm trying to enjoy the way I'm playing it, and just whatever kind of comes out naturally is the way I want to approach this. So anyway, I thought this would be kind of fun for you to play, you know, for events like Valentine's Day and different things like that. And it's just kind of a fun song to do. So if you've got your acoustic, certainly you could do this on electric too. And finally, remember, you don't need the capo. If you don't have a capo, you can do all of the stuff we just talked about. It just would be a whole step lower than Elvis actually sings it, which doesn't matter if you're not playing along with Elvis, right? So that's perfectly fine. You see, so that's a great way of doing it too. So anyway, take care, stay positive, and have some fun with this.